Let's take a look at the hands. So the hands could be kind of tricky because I have to kind of create all the fingers and all that from not really that much geometry, but I'll go ahead and show how I'm going to do that. I'm going to start by selecting these, and maybe this time, maybe I won't work with symmetry on. I'll leave it off. You know, not a big deal. I could just delete the other half, and that's fine. I'll go ahead and hit extrude, and I'm going to pull this down like this. And if I look at this, I want to just bring this down. I don't want to bring it all the way down to the fingers. I just want to bring it down where the palm is. Okay, like that. And now if I look at it from this side, maybe something like that. Okay. Now, okay, I've got a good start. And if I look at this, I can say, well, if I extrude out from here, I'm only going to have really 2 fingers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back and this front here, and I'm going to hit extrude. I'm just going to pull that out a little bit like this. And now it looks kind of weird, but with this one here, I'm just going to take this edge. And here's kind of a trick to kind of smooth that out. I'm going to go to average. So if I go here to average vertices, I'm going to hold down Control Shift under Edit Mesh, go to average vertices. And now if I click on that, you can see how it kind of like averages it, so it's a little less harsh. And I can press G to repeat the last tool. So there, I've got this this kind of palm shape like this that, if you start to notice, has now 4 places where I could bring out fingers, okay, instead of just the 2. And I'm not worried about the thumb because the thumb's going to kind of come out from the side, but at least this is a good start. So I'm just going to look at this over here and just kind of align that a little bit better. Okay, yeah, that's looking good. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Now that I have that, I could select these for the fingers. And I think I'll do kind of one at a time. And maybe, so I don't cover myself up, I'm going to start with a pinky. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to click extrude, pull out with the blue, and then I'm going to go grab all of these vertices and simply move it like this, and then rotate it, kind of quote unquote untwist it. And I'm going to do my best to just kind of position it like that. Okay, from the start to the end. And yeah, that looks a little weird, but I'm going to put a split for the knuckles. So if I add a split, now I can kind of see that. Do another split. Okay. And I'm going to try circleize on these. Okay. Maybe not. I think I'll leave it just like that for now. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Now I'm going to do another one. And actually, before I do that, maybe I'll grab this edge here and move that out a little bit, or like that. There we go. Excellent. And one thing I noticed that I want to do is I want to keep room between fingers. So I'm actually going to undo this. And now if I select right here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to extrude in slightly upon itself like that. Okay. In fact, I'm going to do that for all of these. What that's going to ensure is that there's kind of like a place right between the fingers. There we go. Now I can kind of pull this one out. Position that. the end of the finger best I can. And then I'll insert the edge loop. Okay, great. And now I could maybe grab a face, pull that out to kind of give it some thickness, or to help it out, I should say, a little bit. Sometimes you gotta just kind of get in here and just kind of look at this and kind of think about it. You're not gonna be able to follow your image exactly. I can press F to frame up on what I have selected. That'll kind of help refocus my camera. Okay, great. Now if I take this one, I'll do the same. And move that to the end. Rotate. And I like having the fingers kind of fanned like this. I feel like it's a nice touch instead of having them all kind of straight. This feels like a little bit more natural position where they're all kind of at a slightly different angle, kind of looks a little bit more relaxed. Notice I kind of put that in and then kind of rotate that to keep it kind of in line with the hand. There we go. That looks good. I'll continue this process. This one here, extrude, pull that straight down. And you can start to see why I did the back one first, because it does get a little confusing when we're looking through X-ray mode like this. But nothing we can't handle. There we go. Insert edge loop for the knuckles. Okay, good. And the last one here, grab this one, extrude, pull that down. And put some edge loops for the knuckles. All right, excellent. Yeah, that's looking really good. I can see that if I need to make some adjustments from this angle, I can double click on the edge loop and then just kind of move it. On the bottom, I may need to grab all the vertices. There we go. This, remember, I can just double click. I'm going to start with the bottom and then double click. And when I'm moving over, I'm just trying to move it directly straight over because I don't want it to compete with my or disrupt the front view. There we go. Front view's looking good, side view's looking good, and the perspective should be coming along. Yeah, that looks good. Now, maybe add the thumb. Thumb should be pretty easy. I could just put an edge loop here. And now it looks like I've got a place for the thumb to come out, maybe from right here. Just hit extrude, bring this out. And then maybe scale it down, bring that to the end of the thumb right here. Excellent. Now I'll put in some edge loops. It looks like I've got to be careful on this other view here. It's getting a little thin, so maybe grab a face. All right, yeah, getting close there. I feel like, and that's what, you know, this exploration is right now. It's just trying to get things close. I'm not worried about making it look perfect right now, but yeah, I think that's looking good. We've got a hand, and I think just to for consistency, I'm just going to delete the half, select it, and make sure I mirror it. All right, double check the center line, looking good, and I have two hands. All right, making some good progress here.